Hey everyone, so the FemmeFantale has begun. It is currently 2 a.m. on Sunday morning. I was out at a Croatian Zabava gathering. We just got home. So my plan is to go have a shower, to just wash all this off and all hair grossness out. And I'm going to try and make a dent in finishing the book I'm currently reading before I can get started on my TBR. And that book is Elantris by Brandon Sanderson. So there's only a little bit to go, especially because some of that end bit is extra content. And you know, it's written by a man, not a woman. Sacrilege. But you know, I'm just doing the whole timeline. You know, I'm doing male dominated to female. So yeah, I'll see you whenever I wake up in the morning. And I'll let you know what's up. Okay, so it is about 11:20 and I did not read it all last night because this morning because I was just way too tired. And I'm still pretty tired. So I think, yes, if I don't finish Elantris today, I'm just dropping it because I really want to get started on these female books, and I'll let you know. I need to go have some breakfast and my morning tea, and I will let you know when I have something to update. Okay, it is focus camera. Yo, so it is 10:40 p.m. and I've been getting stuck into Girls of Paper and Fire. I haven't made it as far as like I probably could have, but you know, I've got to take some like reading breaks, you know. So we are on page 133 of Girls of Paper and Fire. Look, it's like not halfway, but like a solid dent. I'm happy. And I'm hoping to read a lot tomorrow. I have some errands to run, but other than that, gonna read. Yeah. 3:30, and I just finished Elantris not long ago, and I loved it. Especially like towards the end there, I was like, oh, everything is going down my heart. I was like on the edge of my seat, and just I can't wait to get into more of the Cosme. But that is for a later time, because right now I need to read me some books by my women authors. So I'm going to start off with my other library book, because Elantris was a library book, and that is Girls of Paper and Fire. It is I think it is the biggest book I am planning to read for this readathon, so let's do it, and I will let you know what is up later. Ciao. So yeah, I've just started Girls of Paper and Fire, and already the prologue, I was like, ooh, intriguing. Also, just like interesting cultural difference that Baba means father in this culture, which I believe is based off like Malaysian culture. But in Croatian culture / language, Baba is another word for grandma. It's like Baka or Baba is like grandma. So just like that it's like a completely different gender. I'm like, cool, interesting. I'm intrigued to find out other words. There's already another word that I don't know, and because it is a fantasy book, like I do want to try and Google them, but some of them I'm like, is it Malaysian or is it just a made up fantasy world? Google will tell me, I guess. So chapter 2 happened, and I like to be like shocked and like feel things, and I knew going into this it was going to be messed up, but shit, man. I might need to read something else at the same time, because this is just like gonna make me real sad. But like, well done for evoking feelings, Natasha Ngan. I don't butcher that name, I'm so sorry, but yeah, Natasha, you went there, and that's only the beginning. For a little reading break, so I've made myself some nacho lasagna, which is basically just nachos but layered, and just really plain how I like it. And Beauty and the Beast is on TV, the new one. The OG is still the best, but I haven't seen this since it came out, so like I'm keen to watch it again. And Josh Gad is amazing in this, so yeah. I might have a nap, but then I'm gonna keep reading Girls of Paper and Fire and try not to cry. Yeah. Yo, so it is 10:40 p.m. and I've been getting stuck into Girls of Paper and Fire. I haven't made it as far as like I probably could have, but you know, I've got to take some like reading breaks, you know. We're on page 133 of Girls of Paper and Fire. Look, it's like not halfway, but like a solid dent. I'm happy. And I'm hoping to read a lot tomorrow. I have some errands to run, but other than that, gonna read. Yeah. Hello and good morning. It is day 2 of the FemmeFantale readathon, and I did manage to read a bit more of Girls of Paper and Fire last night. I kind of was watching Netflix in bed, fell asleep, and then got a second wind. So I am now on page 163 of this book. And something I forgot to mention that I kept noticing last night when I was reading it, she uses the word fluted as a description a lot. And I don't even know what that means. Like, I understand when she was saying, like, oh, like, doe ears, like, fluted. And I was like, okay, I can kind of see that. But then she keeps saying, like, oh, they fluted their hands. I'm like, what do you mean, right? And it's just getting to the point that every time I hear fluted, I'm just a bit like, stop it. But yes, this is pretty fast. I'm enjoying it. There are times where it comes off like a little preachy, but like, it's all right. I'm just kind of waiting to see how deep and dark it goes, because it is still kind of YA, but I'm enjoying it so far. Okay, it is about 1:45 and all my errands are done for the day. I vacuumed my car. I took all our recyclables for our rebate. I got a prescription filled, and I picked up some books from the library. And when I say some, I had 3 requests that came in, but then I went browsing and I picked up more than I intended. I do this a lot, where I just get really excited to read books, but the good thing about the library is there's no damage done. Like, I can always just return it and borrow it again if I didn't get to it. It's just that it's keeping me from books I own, which is dumb, but I just want to read it all. I just want to read it all. So I'll show you what I got. So I have Salt to the Sea by Ruta Sepetys. I believe this is like a World War II refugee kind of story. I've heard really good things, and adults, good. I want to read that. The next is The Dazzling Heights, which is a sequel to The 1,000th Floor. I did borrow this from the library, but it was a thing I just didn't make time for, and the first one was like crack to me, so I want to read this soon. Another sci-fi novel I got is Renegades by Marissa Meyer. I've only read the first 2 books in the Lunar Chronicles. I liked Cinder at the time, but I was also like 16, 17 years old. So I'm interested to see how this one goes, because I lost interest in Lunar Chronicles, so hopefully this is a bit more stimulating for my brain. Then a much talked about book here on BookTube is Every Heart a Doorway. It's teeny tiny. I just like the concept. It sounds really cool. If you don't know what this is about, like, you probably do, you can go look it up. And another book I just picked up because it's beautiful, and then I read the synopsis and I was like, sold. So this is called The Light Between Worlds by Laura Weymouth, and this is a kind of similar concept to Every Heart a Doorway, where it's about these girls who travel to a mystical land, and they were like fairy queens, and now they're back, and it's dealing with that, but then her sister goes missing. And then last but not least, I picked up Saga Volume 2. I've only read the first one before, and I'm just doing all of these from the library, I think is what I'm going to do. I liked the first one, but it was very much like a setting up kind of thing, so I want to know more what's going on. And minor spoiler, I want to know what's up with those TV computer head people. What? Are they human? Are they robots but they can reproduce? I don't know. And even though it's been a while since I read Volume 1, I still remember a lot of it pretty well, and I want to see the trajectory of the series go. So I'm probably going to have some lunch, maybe watch a bit of Netflix, but priority is to read Girls of Paper and Fire. And with the books I got today, if I get time, I might read this because it is female fantasy author, so it works, Oh, and while I was picking up my prescription, I got some goodies from the chemist. So I got me a dark purple and a dark red lipstick, just because my sister's moving out and she'll be taking a lot of the makeup with her. And I just have always wanted a really dark red, kind of, that kind of 1940s, that kind of crimson dark color. So hopefully this is going to be it. I did test a million on my hand, so hopefully it's okay. And just, I like the idea of having a purple. And I've discovered that I like dark, I do love my reds and pinks bright, but also my black lipstick is so fun. So to have these darker colors, I think it's going to be really cool. I think I'm going to really enjoy it. But the other thing I'm really looking for is a bright purple lip. And all the purples I found were either dark, which is cool, or too pink. So I want like a fuchsia but more leaning to purple. I like to have things a bit different, like, and then there was a blue lipstick, but it was just like a shimmery, like transparent thing, and I was like, no. And then the other thing I picked up was this like pearlescent purple nail polish, which looks really cool. So I'm probably gonna paint my nails with these today. And yeah, girly times. Okay, it is 12:30, it's past midnight. I don't know why I'm still awake. I should be in bed. It's very cold here in Canberra. But I've just been playing The Sims for a bit, but I have gotten a bit of reading in today as well, which was good. So I'm now on page 298 of Girls of Paper and Fire. So I'm very confident I can finish that tomorrow. I am going to the movies tomorrow to finally see Toy Story 4. I don't know what's wrong with me. There's not many showings left, so I'm going at 10 AM. I'm going to be so tired. But caffeine will get me through. And then after that, I will probably be going to work soon, so I probably won't get a chance to read till later in the day, but we'll see, because kids' movies don't go for that long. So I'm back from the cinema, and Toy Story was good. I had some qualms with it, but overall I had lots of fun and was laughing a lot and commentating as I do, which might be annoying, but you know, it was a pretty empty cinema. So, I did manage to read some more Girls of Paper and Fire last night before I slept and this morning. So I'm now on page 336, so there's a little bit. I'm determined to finish this before I go to work. If not, I'll finish it during/after, and then I'm going to move on to Angel Fall. But also while I'm here, I bought books because I'm a psycho. My excuse was like, but I'm at the mall and I have credit in both Dimmicks and QBD. So the one I'm most excited about is American Psycho, which I have not found on shelves anywhere, and I don't know if you can see this, but it's like wrapped in plastic and it says category 1 restricted. It's R-rated, not available for under 18 years. So I've never in my life seen this on books, and sometimes like it should be on there. I think this is a great idea, but also like kind of scares me that it's warranted this, but I'm keen. I like to be shocked when I'm reading, so yes. And I like the little just blood doll. I also decided to pick up the other short story collections by Cassandra Clare. So I got Tales from the Shadowhunter Academy. I know it's so late to be reading this. I've read all the other books, but it's $10 and I want to read about the Shadowhunter Camp. I want to read about the Shadowhunter Academy because it's just kind of mentioned in Dark Artifices, and I'm hoping this is going to delve deeper, as well as Ghosts of the Shadow Market. So I think my plan for reading these is going to be not reading it all in one go, just reading like a story here and there, like not just marathoning it because that hurts my brain. Then something I've been like debating picking up for a while, I picked up The Light Between Oceans. I really like this cover. It's $12. It's about an Australian couple that find a kid washed ashore, something like that. Yeah, it's 1926, Western Australia, and I know there is a film of this, and I was debating just watching the film, but I think I'm going to read it first, and it's not too long, and just when I want something a bit more like less fantasy YA, this is here for me. And the next thing is this gorgeous bind up of dystopian and utopian short stories, which, look at this. It was $45 and I got 15. And this is just like a shiny, like dust jacket free one, which I really enjoy when books are dust jacket free. So it's going to go on my nice shelf. This will be something else that I just kind of like read in bursts. Wednesday's here. It's just after 1 PM. I've made some good progress with Angel Fall. I started this last night after I finished Girls of Paper and Fire. So I'm not quite halfway, but not far off. Page 142, so awesome. I only read about a chapter, but also started The Light Between Worlds, and so far, like, it does sound like a bit of a younger YA, but I'm still interested to see where it's going. So there's a chance I might DNF, but like, it's kind of cute and I'm liking it so far. So yeah, just gonna take a break from reading, gonna watch a bit of Netflix while I have lunch, maybe play a bit of Sims, and then I'll have to go to work. It is Friday morning / afternoon. It's getting very close, and I've just finished Angel Fall, so that is 2 books down for the readathon. I'm super stoked. This was really fun and fast. I don't know about the substance wise if it's got much of that, but it's very intriguing and very action-packed. So I think I'm definitely going to be picking up the second book of this soon because I want to know. There's some weird shit going on. So I plan to be starting Circe today, and I've got this really fun Sophocles bookmark that my sister got when she was in Greece for me. Got a theme going there. Okay, it is Saturday night. I'm still reading Circe. Not very far into it. Had work all day. I was ridiculously tired. And so now I'm just winding down before my audition tomorrow morning. So I'll probably read a bit before bed. And after my audition tomorrow, I'll probably read some more. But I don't think I'm going to be finishing Circe. I might try and read a few Rowan of Rin's if I have time. We'll just see how it goes. Play it by ear. Okay, finally wrapping up the FemmeFantale. So I did not end up reading everything I wanted to, but I'm actually quite pleased with what I did manage to do. So the first one was a library book. I did finish Girls of Paper and Fire. I enjoyed it. I did enjoy the world, but the thing is, I kind of wanted it to go darker and deeper, but YA, that's what happens. The second book I finished is Angel Fall by Susan E. This was like a really fun, fast-paced and interesting world, or like dark, so I really want to continue with this, but hoping my library will get the second book in stock. And the last one I didn't quite finish in time, but I still finished it. This is like the 1st of September now, it's super late, but that's Circe. I really liked it. It kind of gave me the same vibe as The Name of the Wind, where it was sort of like character driven and you're following this person, even though they might not be doing heaps all the time. It's really intriguing. And while I'm here, I'm just going to update you what I'm reading at the moment. So I am currently reading The Dazzling Heights by Catherine McGee. This is the second book in the 1000th Floor trilogy. I'm like just over halfway. I'm hoping to finish this soon. So far, like, the first one was better. Nothing really has happened yet, but I'm hopeful that, you know, shit's gonna hit the fan. People are gonna find out secrets. Let's do it, Catherine. And I'm only a few chapters in, but I've started The Kingdom. I do not like this cover. I prefer the other one, but like it's cool in its own way. I just feel like it looks kind of like cheap and trashy. But already I'm liking the mixed format and just the world is so intriguing already. And then I realised this is due at the library tomorrow. Every Heart a Doorway by Sean Maguire. And I hadn't started it, so I started it today. I'm about 30 pages in. And I'm just going to smash this out tomorrow and then return it. That's my plan. Also, I will be joining in the Raven Cycle read-along because I have never read them. Because I have never read them. So I will be reading the Raven Boys for sure this month. And the other books because I went out and bought them. Other than that, I have so many things I want to read. So we'll see. There are many things I want to get to. I'll let you know. Bye. Oh, and while I was picking up my prescription, I like got some goodies from the chemist. So I got me like a dark purple and like a dark red lipstick, just because my sister's moving out and she'll be taking a lot of the makeup with her. And I just have always wanted a really dark red, kind of, you know, that kind of 1940s, like that kind of crimson dark color. So hopefully this is going to be it. I did test like a million on my hand, so hopefully it's okay. And just, I like the idea of like having a purple. And I've discovered that I like dark, like I do love my reds and pinks bright, but also like my black lipstick is so fun. So like to have these like darker colors, I think it's gonna be really cool. I think I'm gonna really enjoy it. But the other thing I'm really looking for is like a bright purple lip. And all the purples I found were either like your dark, which is cool, or too like pink. So I want like a fuchsia but more leaning to purple. I like to have things that be different, like, and then there was a blue lipstick, but it was just like a shimmery, like transparent thing, and I was like, nah. And the other thing I picked up was this like pearlescent purple nail polish, which looks really cool. So I'm probably gonna paint my nails with these today. And yeah, girly times.